I'm going to speak to you about a topic that is actually my life passion, disruptive thinking. Personally, for me and professionally in my career, I am actually not against differentiation as a business strategy. Oftentimes, you see many businesses, companies, and people trying to make a differential change in their life, in their work life, and oftentimes in their personal life. But it's really hard to tell the difference between a deep, meaningful change versus a shallow, superficial novelty. Disruptive thinking is all about creating new innovation. It is a new way of looking at things in a whole different aspects. First of all, it requires an inner drive. And you must well be as obsessed as myself and want to be the only one who want to do what you really like to do. So you start with that, and then you focus on making a departure from the rest. So it is not about differentiation, just to be different, to make any shadow change or superficial novelty. It is about you create your own new watermark. It is about creating new rules for the game that you're about to play. And it's also about being the best is not good enough anymore for you. I ask you now to take a leap of faith, to think the impossible, to think the unthinkable, and to do things where most of the people around you would say that it is impossible, it is not worth it, it's not going to make sense, and let's not do it. So this new thinking is a provocative goal, and this new way of thinking produces insightful, delightful surprises for your customer, challenges the conventional cliche in the industry and the world around you. It takes tremendous amount of personal courage, but it is a lot of fun because you get to turn the market upside down. The idea is revolutionary. The purpose is to reshape the industry that you see, and it will never be the same after you're done with it. I am here today to prepare you to be a creator of this new thinking and to show you some business instruments that I have used throughout my life so you can also be a disruptive change agent as an entrepreneur for your new business, your company that you will be finding, and within you to take that personal journey in your relationship. So we start with an idea. Now, most of us have routines in our life that we go through every day. Somewhere along the line, those routines solidified the way of how you look at your life. This is how you thought you're going to live. You view this routine that you go through every day as just your normal way, and this is your purpose. For me, it includes a new idea, going to work, and some of you may be actually lucky like Kramer, you go to class. And then you work to provide or you serve your family members, or you're keeping up with the email. But at the end of the day, you are totally exhausted by struggling to keep it all together. I wonder if you have those moments. And you spend all your energy just constantly trying, instead of engaging those very aspects of your life with an open mind. You scalp your way through your routine, and sometimes you may cling to a few of your escapes. You drink coffee, you shop online, maybe you go to the gym. And then you ask yourself, is this working? Is there more meaning and purpose than just being? It is not your world that is the routine or problematic. It is your perspective and your point of view. So how many of you meditate? It's actually a very good process to practice because it removes the clutter from your mind and you let you see what's around you with a clean lens. So meditation helps you concentrate on your breathing, and the process itself helps you feel the air literally go through your body. So let's try it. Are you guys all comfortable sitting or standing? Okay, well, get yourself in a comfortable position. Take your time. Now, think of nothing. And just follow my words. Breathe in. Breathe out. Close your eyes if you haven't closed your eyes. Take a big breath. Relax your mind. Stop your thinking process. Concentrate only on your breathing. Take a deep breath. Take another one. Now open your eyes slowly. Meditation and self-reflection do not change your perspective. The enlightenment is actually within the things and the people as it was before. Before you color them with your own fears and your hopes. The process of meditation and self-reflection works as a tool because it removes the clutter from your mind. And you may then find yourself transformed to a new level of possibility of simply just seeing and living. It is an instrument that helps you make your mind to be more expansive. So you can allow your own ideas now come in, just like the sunshine goes through the open window. The process helps to relax yourself, let your idea comes in. It is a gift, actually, to your heart. By engaging yourself with the world, it gives you tremendous amount of personal power so you can remain calm and see how things it is around you and engage. Now, let's go back to the idea. What if a shark decide to swim to shore and attack the people in a beach resort? Jaws, a disruptive idea that is a blockbuster. What if you never have to pay late fees anymore in renting movies? Netflix. It completely changes the industry of how it is now on movie rental. The ability to imagine new way and think what if is extremely powerful. Disruptive thinking is not about just making a prediction. It is not about seeing things as everyone else sees. To be disruptive, you want to be unreasonable, impossible in your provocation. You want to be creative, and you want to go back to the roots as you were a child, and many of you are. You're just trapped in a human older body. Be imaginative. Ask what if. Get your own canvas. Identify the condition that you want to do your own disruptive thinking. Now think, is everybody in the industry stuck at the same predicament and nothing really has changed for a long time? Just give it some thought about all the industry around you. Is the profit or the product performance that you see kind of average? Same players, same category, growth is about the same. There's really no surprises. There's no breakout success that you actually see. Once you actually have your desirable situation defined, you can then focus on delivering the unexpected product, the solution, and more importantly, the most memorable, the unexpected experience that you sometimes feel that you can create. I'm going to share with you one tool called inverting. It's a soft drink called Red Bull. How many of you have heard of it? The soda industry always have value soda that tastes good. It always means that soda is advertised as aspirational, such as Mountain Dew of a lifestyle or personal preference like Pepsi, and they bring in a celebrity that you want to identify. While Red Bull is sold twice the price as Coca-Cola, and it doesn't even taste good. And it does not use expensive aspiration messaging as the advertising vehicle. Instead, it is disruptive in a way that it is positioned as an energy drink that you just want to have it when you need it. That's inverting the conventional cliche. Denial method also works in a disruptive thinking by dumping and chucking the key aspects of conventional cliche. Think the rental car business. You see a customer, you complete a lot of paperwork, oftentimes you wait in a long line, and they didn't even give you a canopy if it is raining, and you can only rent by the day or the week or the month. They ask you the same questions multiple times often. Zipcar is designed to have no human interaction, no waiting in line, no asking you about few options or insurance coverage. You only pay an annual fee. You rent it by the hour, part of the hour, however long you want, anytime you want, and you only pay for whatever you use. That is denial of the conventional cliche in the industry of rental car. Thinking outside the box is good. That makes you a good thinker. Susanna thinks it's not good enough, because you are very creative and you have tremendous amount of imagination. For many of you, I have grown to know you and love you. I think you can be a disruptive thinker. Everyone thought selling socks individually and not in pair is absolutely a crazy, useless idea. And some people thought selling mismatched socks absolutely inconceivable and impossible. It's just a terrible idea not to sell socks in pairs and matching. Disruptive thinking is about inverting and denying the current cliche in the industry, and they purposely disrupt. Now, but don't disrupt for the sake of disrupting, because it's really annoying. The purpose of disruptive thinking is to find aspects of the value that is actually hidden. You want to find the value gap invisibility, and that's when you find it lies the richest opportunity for new innovation. I urge you to not just think outside the box, but think outside the socks. The sock industry continued to go on selling matching socks in pair. Nothing is new in the industry. It's always been around. There's nothing delightful about it. There's no surprises. And it's not a compelling interaction in terms of going out there and buying matching pairs of socks. The new innovation of Little Mismatch is selling mismatched socks in pair. It is a disruptive thinking because it is a self-expression. It's actually fun. It's actually unique and very personable. It shows one's character, and you get to speak up, and you get to get noticed. and you get to dare. The people behind Little Mismatch, the founding company that's an instant success in millions of adoption, identified a new market segment, ages 8 to 12. They are one of the highest spending consumer category in the world. For themselves to buy gifts and for others to buy gifts for that age group. And this age group like to express themselves. They like to be delighted. Little Mismatch absolutely was an instant hit to the consumer. But it is not without the challenge of crossing the traditional chasm of distribution. The owners of Little Mismatch convinced all the buyers in all the traditional stores to take their samples, which is mismatched socks in 3, sold in 3, to the test market. And they instantaneously received every single one, millions of orders in their first order. When all of them were told, no, absolutely not, we will not carry that, as the first initial reaction by the buyers. What does this story teach us? Well, it teaches me a lot. Little Mismatch teaches all of us a story of customer immersion. Know what your customer wants. Lock in that target. Relentlessly pursue it like there's no tomorrow. And don't give up. You will prevail. Taking that risk as an entrepreneur is actually a lot of fun. It's risky, but you will be plentifully rewarded with tremendous amount of personal gratification. New wealth comes too. That's nice. And it will come when you cross the intersection of a disruptive thinking, of delighting your customers with real value that you create. New wealth will come, and it is part of the performance metric in addition to the fun that you had in your journey. So Little Mismatch continued the innovation path beyond selling mismatched socks and is very, very successful in other disciplines. They get into the garment industry, the accessories industry, and most recently when I read about them, they even get into furniture. They start making fabrics, mismatched fabrics, and it created a whole new style of a complete different era of expressional design. The potential of this company and mismatching things is limitless. And the consumer is always, always delighted in the experience that they would have. Thinking is about challenging the status quo. Think the unthinkable. Do the impossible. But don't disrupt just for the sake to be disruptive. Remember, that can be very annoying. Disruptive thinking is about finding the hidden aspects of the value that is not seen by most everyone. So you got to unclutter your mind and let your idea come. See things differently. Do your own meditation, do your own exercise, do your own self-reflection to unclutter your mind and let the sunshine comes in. You have the idea. You see a lot of things that you don't like. There's a lot of cliche in the industry that hasn't been changed for a long time. Product cliche, pricing cliche, interaction cliche, buying cliche. Think of some of the experiences that you had that is memorable to you. Netflix, never charge late fee anymore. Their disruptive thinking helped shape the entire industry of the movie rental business. Red Bull, your soft drink doesn't even have to taste good. And you can charge double the price. And people want you so badly. Zipcar, no more paperwork. It is there when you need it. And in some of the country, like London or San Francisco, you actually can find your own parking. So it's even worth it to just rent a car to avoid that hassle. Little mismatch. You can tell I think it's my favorite. One of the key things about little mismatch is the following. You don't even need to solve a problem for disruptive thinking. Little mismatch solves no problem. Conventional wisdom teaches you to find problem to solve, to go fix things when it doesn't work. They don't solve a problem, but they were an instant hit in terms of addressing the market that they wanted to pursue. And naysayers will even tell you, don't fix it. Nothing is broken. To be disruptive thinker is to intentionally disrupt, to go find the hidden value that is there. So unleash your imagination, get your idea flowing, engage those around you, and bring out the value that you see. And you will be rewarded plentiful of new wealth when you intersect the delight of delighting your customer with surprises with this new value that you see. So good thinker is good. I would like you to think outside the box. So these are some of the steps that you can do. Grab your own canvas, identify the area that you see at a conventional cliche, and have fun with it. You can invert, you can deny, you can actually see new value. So I hope today I gave you a few examples and a concept of what disruptive thinking is about. Were you surprised?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I disrupted your thinking for the afternoon. You are all Pathfinder. I know you are. I can feel it. I can see it. And I would love to be part of your journey. You are in the most perfect place. Arrowhead Center, Kevin, Kathy, the entire team are here to actually help you to commercialize some of your ideas. It is such a rich place in terms of the knowledge that you want. Your present wants you to be here to discover yourself, discover the journey that you're going to be making. And I am so proud to be here. I love it. I can actually move here. And I might move here. Well, I'm working on new innovation in the energy sector. I have decided to not found the next startup that I to be found or founded last year or this year, can't remember what year it is, to be in the Silicon Valley, which most people would say that's a good place to start. Well, I kind of like it here. So we actually have the lab here in NMSU, and I'd like to give you a few more foods for thought about the energy sector. So I'm going to fast forward a couple of them. This slide shows you some logo on the right and on the left. And what do you think really is the difference? Do you see this company anymore? And you do business with this side of the company, correct? Superior performance of company that has the DNA to be disruptive thinker. For some of you actually who is interested to really listen to the leader in the industry to doing disruptive thinking, give Arrowhead your email address, and I will give you a YouTube video to take a look at. Jeff Bezos just announced some of his disruptive thought about how he wanted to take Amazon yet another new level by using drones. See, your friend would think you're cool if you're a disruptive thinker. That itself is worth it. So currently now this is work in progress. Kathy knows because I brought that idea initially to him. Kathy adopted me and said I can stay. And Jason helped me in terms of getting all the paperwork together. Kramer, Seta, everybody here actually helped me on getting the lab going. So we are looking at the energy industry, which I think hasn't been changed for a long time. And for those of you who know, I was inspired by my daughter a couple years ago to give up my high-tech life and start working in clean tech and renewable energy. So I look at the energy sector as inherently and still is populated by dirty energy. And one of the reasons why it's actually staying is because it's cheap, people think it's available, and it has a lot of infrastructure already existing. Perfect place for us to disrupt. You can already see the growth of the renewable energy. And you can feel and read about headlines around the world, the global issues that is actually caused by the problem of dirty energy. So I can give you more statistics and facts about it. So my canvas is actually here at NMSU and Arrowhead. And I'm actually painting it and working with very smart researchers and scientists. And I bring in my experience about launching new companies, funding new ideas, how to take it to the next level. We are here to disrupt the energy sector going forward, and we will never look back. We are work in progress. We will be working in between the renewable energy and the energy storage element of new technology. And some of these other companies, they're great brand company, already leveraging renewable energy to capitalize on their brand, to build new customers. And you also going to see a lot of this company are doing on-site producers of renewable energy. So we felt some of them will be the early innovators and adopters, including NMSU, that Kathy and your president has already agreed to actually be a pilot next year. So we're extremely excited to be here. And in addition, there are quite a bit of incentives publicly in the public policy to actually help to disrupt the infrastructure that is in place. So it feels about right. And we are in stealth, and we're still working on our technology to quantify the results. But we already locked down the target, and we are going to get there with a lot of fun. And actually, we don't think it's actually too risky. I think most of us actually doing that, we're still having fun. If nothing else, we have a party tonight, so at least we have that. So I encourage you to actually take on some new habits, to prepare yourself to be the creator of new thinking. Number one, be interesting. Be interesting to the person who sits next to you. Be interesting to your loved ones and your family. Don't take them for granted. Don't be boring. Leave a mark in the world, not just a blemish for those of you who actually will be graduating. Very exciting. Practice the word, what if? Because you can. And I know you can. And I'm going to go read about all of your successes. And I will hopefully be able to memorize that I'm so excited here today to be part of your achievement in the future. Very, very excited. Be observant. Practice listening. Unclutter your mind. Notice everything around you. Be a critical viewer. Spy with your curiosity and explore. Don't take things at the face value. See beyond what everybody else already see. Don't predict. Be different. Challenge yourself. Play devil's advocate and marvel the wonder of that process when you are actually discovering yourself. Experiment. Instigate it. Take the initiative. Put your own spin to it. Disruptive thinking is about creating new recipe. Just change things around. See what it looks like to you. Try it. Practice the new knowledge that you learn every day in your class. Play with your faculty. What if? Why? Remember all those questions you used to ask your parents and actually drive them crazy. But they love you for that. It helped them to relive the moment with you. And it's that moment that you reach out. Make a new friend. Have a new best friend. Expand your group. Go out there and talk to people differently. Put aside your own prejudice. Unlock it. Unclutter the mind. And try to see things from other people's perspective. Be compassionate. Give yourself that gift in your heart. Embrace yourself. Maybe kiss yourself every day. Take a personal vacation. You don't have to wait till the 2 weeks. Give yourself a vacation every day. Do what you think will help you feel good about yourself, to regain the equilibrium, to recharge your battery. Be a link to an idea. Give the credit of the new idea that you see to someone else. Don't be an endpoint. It's more fun to actually be the link. Try not to be the weakest link, but be a link. And earnestly, this is speaking from the heart. Have fun and enjoy yourself. I love every day what I do. I love living. I love seeing everything different. And I actually were okay. Probably the most calm person today that the flight was delayed. Because I know I'm going to get there. And I know you're going to be here. And I know we will still have fun. So I thank you this afternoon for giving me the opportunity to speak to you about something I really, really believe in. Be a disruptive thinker, and let's stay connected. Thank you.